There's an invisible force rewriting your city right now. It's not the mayor. It's not the traditional real estate market. It's Silicon Valley. And it didn't need to build a single building in your neighborhood to transform it completely. Today I'm going to show you how the siliconization of the economy, the moment tech platforms became the operating system of capitalism, is devouring cities from the inside. And stick around until the end, because the most unsettling part isn't what these companies do to your city. It's what they know about it. Let's start where it all exploded, San Francisco. For decades it was the city of poets, hippies, and immigrants. Today it's the most brutal laboratory of what happens when tech money lands on a territory. An engineer at a big tech company can earn 4 or 5 times the city's average salary. What happens when tens of thousands of people like that compete for the same homes? Exactly, land prices skyrocket until the teacher, the nurse, and the firefighter can no longer afford to live in the city they serve. They call it tech gentrification, and it has one iconic image: Google's private buses, with tinted windows and Wi-Fi, picking up employees at public bus stops to shuttle them to corporate campuses 50 kilometers away. The city provided the infrastructure. The company captured the value. Hold on to that formula, because it's the pattern that repeats in everything that follows. Because here's the key that almost nobody understands: platforms don't compete inside the city. They compete to be the city. Think about it. What is Uber? A private layer on top of public transportation. What is Airbnb? A private layer on top of housing. What is DoorDash or Deliveroo? A private layer on top of neighborhood commerce. What is Amazon? A private layer on top of the entire shopping street. None of these companies own taxis, hotels, restaurants, or stores. They own something far more valuable: the intermediation. The digital toll booth that urban life now has to pass through. Academics call it platform urbanism. I call it the city with a digital landlord. You still live in the same place, but every move you make pays rent to someone in California. So what does this do to physical space? Very concrete, very visible things, if you know how to look. First, housing stops being housing. When an apartment in central Barcelona, Lisbon, or Mexico City earns 3 times more on Airbnb than with a long-term tenant, the entire building changes function without changing form. Neighbors get replaced by rolling suitcases. Century-old neighborhoods turn into distributed hotels, and the commerce that served residents, the hardware store, the corner shop, mutates into souvenir stores and brunch spots. Second, the street becomes logistics. Every online purchase we make generates a trip. Cities fill up with delivery vans double-parked, riders pedaling against an algorithm stopwatch, dark stores and ghost kitchens, storefronts closed to the public, with no window display, that are actually urban warehouses in disguise. The neighborhood is no longer a place to be. It's the last mile of a global supply chain. And third, the most invisible one, work dissolves into the city. The platform economy created a new urban working class with no factory, no office, no schedule, and almost no rights. The rider waiting for orders sitting on the curb, the driver sleeping in his car between trips. The entire city became their workplace, but no place in the city belongs to them. It's the perfect paradox. There has never been so much economic activity on the street, and never has that activity left so little behind on the street. Now let's zoom out, because siliconization doesn't just transform neighborhoods, it builds its own geography. Do you know one of the fastest growing building types on the planet? The data center. The cloud is not a cloud, it's concrete hangars full of servers that consume electricity like mid-sized cities, and enough water every day to fill Olympic swimming pools, just to stay cool. Ireland, Northern Virginia, Querétaro, Aragon, entire territories compete to attract these cathedrals of data by offering cheap land, energy, and tax breaks. It's the most important infrastructure of the 21st century, and it's decided, almost always, without the neighbors ever finding out. And then there are the tech companies' attempts to straight-up design cities. Ever heard of Sidewalk Labs? Google's urban subsidiary that was going to build the world's smartest neighborhood in Toronto. Sensors on every corner, streets that reconfigure themselves, everything optimized by data. The project collapsed in 2020 amid citizen protests over one very simple question nobody could answer: who owns a city's data? Toronto said no. But the question remains open in every smart city on the planet. And here we arrive at the dark heart of the matter. Because the real business of urban siliconization isn't the rides, or the apartments, or the burgers delivered to your door. It's the information. Every Uber trip teaches the platform how the city moves better than any municipal mobility plan. Every Airbnb booking draws the map of tourist desire street by street. Every food order reveals the intimate rhythms of every neighborhood. The platforms know more about your city than your city hall does. And that asymmetry is pure power, the power to decide where investment goes, which neighborhood is promising, which area gets abandoned. Urban planning, which was a public function for a century, is being privatized through the back door, one data point at a time. Does this mean we're doomed? Not so fast. Because cities are fighting back, and this part almost never makes the headlines. Barcelona and Amsterdam drastically restricted Airbnb and created city coalitions for digital sovereignty. New York forced delivery platforms to pay riders a minimum wage. The European Union passed rules requiring platforms to hand over their data to urban authorities. And alternatives are emerging. Delivery cooperatives owned by the workers themselves, public housing platforms, urban data managed as a commons. The battle isn't lost. It's just beginning. So, is the siliconization of the economy the end of the city as we know it? That depends on who wins a fight that's happening right now, on your street, even if you can't see it. Because here's the final thought: throughout history, whoever controlled the land controlled the city. Today, for the first time, whoever controls the software controls the land. The platforms discovered that you don't need to own the city to collect the city's rent. And meanwhile, we keep using their apps to order dinner. Next time you open one of those apps, think about it for a second. You're not using the city through your phone. The phone is using the city through you.